Alright, so this is my Xiaomi M365Pro. So the M365Pro is not sold in the US, at least through official channels anyways. It's not sold in the US. But it is in Europe and pretty much I think the rest of the world. I'm not sure about Canada, but for sure the US. So when I got this thing, I got it on eBay. Everything was fine, but it was in kilometers. It was in kilometers, and I was just trying to figure out how to switch it back to miles per hour. Switch it to miles per hour instead of kilometers. To do that, you have to basically download the Xiaomi app for this, and the Xiaomi app is called Mi Home. So go into the App Store and look for Mi Home. Right. So once I have the Mi Home, download it, get that going. Obviously, the scooter has to be on. So once the scooter is on, it goes into devices. Then basically you have to do a device search. And do a device search. And down there in the device search, it should say something about scooters, right? So I got that, got the app for the scooter. Then once you get the app for the scooter, and you hear that beeping, that's the scooter itself beeping. Once you get the app for the scooter and it connects, you have to go into. Actually, it won't connect because what happens is you actually have to go into before you can connect. You have to let's see if I can find it in here. Location. So when you first get the app, oops, that's not it. Where is it at? Let's see. No, I can't find it now. Manage locations, no. Room, no. Firmware, additional settings, no. Riding guide, speed, mileage, no. Oh, I can't find it. Anyways, somewhere in here, that's a lock the scooter. That's kind of cool. You can lock the scooter, and you won't be able to ride it because it basically makes the motor not want to spin very well. It's a lot of resistance. It's like regen braking the whole time. Let's see if I can find this dang thing. Oh, anyways, I can't find it. But anyways, in the app, somewhere in here, it asks for location when you get the app. So there's no choice for there's no choice for the US, so you can't pick the US, but you can pick English. But when you pick some other country and you pick English, it might say US. Then if you do pick US, basically that's kind of a workaround. And if you do pick the US, it will not connect to this because this scooter wasn't meant for the US market. So it has a region code on here, and the region code is basically, it's like if you have DVDs, if you ever buy DVDs, DVDs have region codes for, like, the US is whatever number, then basically North America is whatever number, then Europe is another number, then Asia is another number, whatever. So it's the same thing with this. So if you set your app on if you set your app for the US, it's not going to connect because this is a different region. So what I use and I still can't find it. I don't know where it went last time. Anyways, actually I can actually delete this thing. But anyways, what I did was I picked the UK. So I picked the UK. That way everything would still be in English, so you can still read it and stuff. If you put some other country, it might be in, a different language. So I picked the UK and it worked. It actually connected. So that's what I'm on right now. I'm on, as far as the region, I'm on the UK. I changed a few things. I changed to the cruise control on. So that's when you hold the throttle down for 5 seconds, it will be set at that speed. And I also changed the I'm just changing right now. This is the energy recovery. So basically, that's the regen braking. I would change it to high. So when you change it to high, what it does is that it regens at it regens stronger basically. So there's more regen braking. So it slows you down faster actually. So it doesn't coast very much. Which is when you set it to low, it doesn't regen as strongly. So you could coast a little bit more, but I'd rather have the regen braking. So that way I don't have to use brakes as much. So it lets your brakes last longer, but also your scooter will the brakes last longer, but your scooter will recharge partially as well. So regen on high. I didn't set up a password because I don't want to set up a password. You don't need to, because the password is kind of a pain in the butt. I also changed the unit to imperial, so that's why I got the miles per hour instead of the metric, instead of kilometers, right? I think that's it. Oh, and I also updated the firmware. So when I got this thing, it came with the version 1.6.6, so I updated to 1.6.8. Why the hell is the temperature in metric? Maybe it's just for speed only. Maybe it's the speed setting that's on here only. So that was what? Basic info? Yeah, basic info. It even shows battery info. Shows you how the state of charge, how many milliamp hours you got, status, the voltage, temperature, all these different things. Production date even. Production date serial number for the battery. So that's battery info. Speed and mileage. Even as an odometer, that's pretty cool. Oh, what the hell is it all in kilometers? Did I just change oil? Oh, it's metric. Go back to imperial. There we go. Now it should be right. So odometer, almost 10 miles. Okay, there it is. Now it's in imperial Fahrenheit instead of Celsius. Right. Change those different things. To basically set it up. So after I did this, I noticed my scooter changed a little bit. When I initially first got it, I charged it. Then I charged it, and then I went on a ride, and it didn't feel that strong. But after I came back and I figured out the app, and I changed all the settings here. Some reason and I went on a ride again. Some reason the scooter was like stronger. It felt faster. It felt stronger. Like I had more torque. So as far as power wise, I didn't. There is no power control on here. The power control is up here where you have echo. D is for I think regular, and S is for sport. So yeah, that's about it. So recovery on high. On the other cool feature is tail light. You can turn the tail light so that way it's always on all the time. Right, tail light's always on. Let's see. Right, let's see the tail light's on right there. And let me see, turn that off, and you can see the tail light turn off. Turn on, turn off. So I leave it off. That way, when the actual headlight is on. Let's go back to that first. So right now it's off, right? You see it's off. It's off. So if I actually turn on the headlight up here, you also see the tail light turn on. So I'd rather leave it that way, because there's no sense in leaving this on during the daylight, because cars are gonna see you during daylight. It's not bright enough for cars to see you in the daylight. But at night you're gonna have the headlight on. When the headlight's on, the taillight's on. So that's gonna be on at night. Does it turn on when you brake? Yeah, it does flash. It flashes when you brake, which is pretty good. Oops, God dang it. So this thing has a riding guide too. When you first download the app, there's a little riding guide that tells you, like, wear your helmet and all that stuff, all that jazz. So you have to watch that video before you could actually go into this. Yeah, so that's the app, and at least my setup anyways, and how to get it to work for the US. In the US, if you're using a US you're buying it for, if you're living in the US and you want it to be in English, and since there isn't a US choice, and if there is, if you put US, the scooter won't work because the scooter was not officially the scooter is not officially sold in the US, so they don't have a region for it. So it's going to be some other region. So you could use you use the UK if you want your app to be in English. So I think that's about it. Yeah, that's about it. All right, thanks for watching.